Hello there, and welcome to the Cora Elise Show. It's going to take me a while to get used to. It kind of sounds a bit like the Itchy and Scratchy Show. So yeah, there's a good chance I might change the name, but you never know. Let me know if you like the name. Let me know if you got any suggestions. The reason I've called it the Cora Elise Show is because I want to expand my expertise. So a lot of you will know me as Cora Elise Fitness, which is my personal training business. And the reason for starting this podcast is mental health and physical health go hand in hand. So, listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks really has helped me through tough times and times where I feel a little lost. So, I want to share that with people and really connect the two, that fitness and mental health can come together and help you through any part of your life. There's so many things that can affect your physical health if your mental health's not right, and vice versa. So going back to the point of Cora Elise Show, the Cora Elise Show, I'm not going to limit my podcast to just fitness. I'm going to expand my knowledge on as much as I can, from nutrition to mental health to well-being. It's all going to have a focus on health and well-being, but in nutrition, in mental health, in physical health, from looking after your gut and microbiome to looking after your fitness and well-being, it can literally expand. I'm not going to shut myself off from anything that can potentially be a topic. And the reason for that as well is that I am going to get guests on. And if we get into a conversation that, does go down a little bit of a rabbit hole and goes from fitness to aliens to space, I'm not going to say no to that. I am going to literally let the conversation flow and be as authentic as possible. So yeah, welcome. Maybe I should introduce. I am completely new to this, so it is going to take me a while to actually get used to things, but I'm hoping that this helps you guys. Like, the main reason for this podcast is to help you guys through tough times, to help you expand your mind and your mindset, and hopefully, create the best version of yourselves. A lot of the episodes are going to be with guests. In terms of what you can expect from this podcast is just personal growth and really just trying to find yourselves and to help you guys figure out certain things in life, whether it's deciding on what to do in a relationship or deciding what to do in a job, because they all play hand in hand. If you're not happy in your life, in your environment, then that can have a massive effect on your weight. So yeah, everything's going to be touched on. I feel like so many people put so many hours into things, into bad habits, and it takes hours and hours for a bad habit to form, right? So let's take, for example, not necessarily a bad habit, but let's say, for example, you're in a job that you're not happy with, and you've been doing so many hours in this job, you've been working years and years in this job, and you're not happy. Now, I'm not saying to up and leave the job, but is your happiness really worth jeopardizing over a job? And I think these things take time, and sometimes people wake up one day and they say they're not happy with their job, they're not happy with their life, they're not happy with their relationship. It could be anything that somebody's put so many hours into, and they wake up one day and they're not happy. The same with weight. We don't just put on weight overnight. It takes time. And sometimes people can go years and years, and then they look in the mirror and they're not happy with what they see in the mirror. So these things take time, and it works exactly the same to investing in yourself and becoming the best version of you. Putting hours into a podcast, into an audiobook, into a hardcover book. It's the same thing. It can take hours of self-development and growth, but it works the same way. One day you will feel so much better within yourself, and you'll think, you know what, I'm going to start training, I'm going to start looking after my nutrition, And when you start doing that after so many days, after so many hours, after so many weeks, you start seeing them changes again and feeling better about yourself, being happier. And that's what this is all about. Like, you know, doing an hour podcast at a time each week. I am going to try and get them out each week. If that helps one person, just listening to an hour a week, making them reflect and think, you know what, I can do this, you know, I can achieve any goal or anything that I can put my mind to, which you can, then yeah, then we've accomplished something amazing by just doing this podcast. I'll tell you a bit about me, shall I? Since I haven't even touched on any of my notes yet. So before I get into a bit about myself, you can see this on YouTube as well, guys. So, I mean, it's nothing interesting. It's just me just talking to the camera, checking out the mic volume and whatnot while I'm getting used to this first episode. But yeah, you can get all of these podcasts on YouTube. So when I do have guests on, if you're more of a visual person and you like to watch your podcasts or your YouTube videos, then you can check this out on YouTube as well. So a bit about me. I've been a personal trainer for around 4 to 5 years now. I have been passionate about fitness and well-being, and I've always fallen back into a fitness role. So I went to uni and I did childhood studies. I wanted to be a PE teacher, and after doing the degree for so many years and seeing, you know, the school system and how it was working for somebody else, I just knew it wasn't for me. So I decided to go self-employed, run my own business and start making my passion a career. I've never looked back since. To be honest, I would really struggle to work with to work for someone now, not so much with someone, work for someone, because I'm so used to doing things on my own terms. And, you know, fitness and health is something that I'm so passionate about, and I practice what I preach. But as you may have seen on socials, I also believe in balance, in a balanced lifestyle. I think too many people push fitness in a sense of fitness should be absolutely clean eating, training ridiculous every day, not resting, and that's just not realistic. So I like to preach about having a balance, about treating yourself, not having a cheat meal, because we don't have cheat meals. That would be cheating, and we're not cheating, we're just having a treat. Having treats, but also having a nice balance of different nutrients and foods. And, you know, I like to preach that to people and to let them understand that you don't have to be completely strict with your food and your lifestyle. You've got to have a balance. And I find that when people start to understand that fitness is a lifestyle and you've got to have a balance with your foods, then they seem to be better with their progress. And that's mainly because there's no binge eating, there's no guilt, and there's no strict eating for weeks and weeks and then having a massive weekend binge, which does happen. We are human at the end of the day. So, you know, we need to take into account our lifestyles. If we're a working mum, or if we are literally, you know, someone who is at home all the day with the kids, then it can be hard. It can be hard to try and fit that in your lifestyle. Everybody has different priorities in their life. They might work ridiculous hours, 5 days a week, and then they might want to spend time with the kids at the weekend. And where can you fit fitness and health into that? There is ways, but by going on a strict diet and making yourself work out 6-7 times a week, you know, completely exhausting yourself, then you're tired for work. It's not realistic. So yeah, I like to preach about how you can fit fitness into your lifestyle in a healthy way, and also eat a balance of nutrients and foods, get your vegetables, get your protein, but still enjoy it and not have to dread every meal. So yeah, a lot of the things that I do get asked is about, sorry, a little bit of a sniffle going on. A lot of things I do get asked is about building glutes, about building curves. Another thing that I've been asked quite a lot, and I have covered a lot of that on my Instagram. But I like to, again, tell women that you can build that strong, sexy physique. You don't have to be completely lean, or not that there's anything wrong with being lean, but you can build on your curves and feel good about yourself, you know? Don't be scared of lifting weights as a woman. I'm all for that. Most of my training is weight training. So that is sort of the base of my personal training business. I have got a lot of things that I am planning to do in the future. Obviously, this podcast being one. But yeah, I've got a lot of things coming up that I cannot wait to share. I'm not going to say too much just yet because I don't want to spoil the surprise. But there is a lot of things that I'm going to be bringing out to help people that can't get into the gym because, again, if they've got a busy lifestyle, that they can do sort of at home. I'll take a sip of my coffee, don't mind me. Okay, sorry, I really didn't mean to make that noise. I forget that you guys, or some of you guys, are going to be listening to this on a headset, so, or on headphones, so yeah, sorry about the slurping noise. But this is a condenser microphone, so it picks up everything. So again, all these new things I'm getting used to, but I am just literally soaking it in like a sponge and trying to learn as much as I can about podcasting and delivering valuable, insightful information to you guys. I think I've covered everything. I'll tell you a little bit about me as well. My name is Cora, aka Cora Elise Eccles, aka Cora Elise Fitness, and now the Cora Elise Show. Plenty more to come, watch this space. I am originally from Preston, which is why you can hear this really broad northern accent. I think it's still quite broad. Probably sounds even more thick, like a thick northern accent through your headphones. But I'm living in the Midlands now, so I am holding on to my northern accent, no offence to my Midlanders. My upbringing was in Preston. My dad was a boxer, so I've always been brought up around fitness and well-being. My brother, who I will be getting on the podcast, is also a hardcore fitness junkie. He does some crazy challenges. Definitely go and follow him on YouTube. And I'll tell you more about him when he comes onto the podcast. He's called Be Fit. He's also learning to become a personal trainer as well. So more from him when he comes on here. When I moved here, I started my personal training business about 4 or 5 years ago. And before that, I was working with children doing fitness, trampoline classes as well, which was amazing. So much fun. I think I enjoyed it more than the kids. And I really enjoyed it, but again, working in the school environment, in the sort of children's services, there's so much that I didn't agree with. It just wasn't for me. I ended up speaking to quite a lot of the parents that was in the schools. And a lot of the parents was asking me all the time, what can they do to lose weight? What can they do in the gym? How do you squat properly? All this kind of stuff. And I just thought to myself, you know what? I've worked in the fitness industry before. I even did my degree. I used to work at a couple of gyms, you know, as a receptionist role, as a few different roles in the gym, but not as a personal trainer. And I just thought to myself, I have been literally in the fitness industry. I've been brought up in fitness, and I have been completely blind to what I should have been doing. So I went and did my personal training course, and I started personal training, and I absolutely loved it. I worked in a boot camp environment for a while, and again, it was good fun, but overheads. Couldn't really do what I wanted to do myself and running my own business. So I run my own mobile personal training business and started doing that with no overheads as such. So I think it really comes down to how bad do you want something, and to never have regrets. I don't regret not becoming a personal trainer earlier, but I do think so many people go through their lives regretting stuff and sort of thinking, what if I did do that degree? What if I did decide to run my own business and become an entrepreneur? And you can't think like that. If you're going to do something, go for it. But of course, some people might need a little bit more of a backup plan just in case. But you have to, if you're wanting to achieve something, you have to go all in and just make it your own. If you're passionate enough about something, you can definitely make it work. You can always get a part-time job on the side, but money, money will come and go. So as long as you are happy and you're working towards your dream, then you can achieve anything you want in life. And more from that in the rest of the podcast. I feel like I'm going on a bit of a tangent now. This was just supposed to be an introduction. This is going to be fun. Okay, so yeah, please share and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Let people know about this podcast, because the future episodes will definitely help some people out there, because I am going to have so many different variety of expertise on this podcast, and I think it will really benefit a lot of people. If you don't think it's going to benefit you, then please share it with someone who you think it will benefit. Stay tuned, and I will look forward to bringing you guys some amazing guests for these future podcasts. I don't know how to end it, but thank you for listening. Get ready to laugh, learn, and grow.